You've been trying to figure out your own brand for months, maybe years, and you can't. I'm going to tell you why, and it's going to take a huge weight off your shoulders. It's not that you're not smart enough. It's physics. Yes, I said it. The reason why you haven't started your own brand, it's physics. You cannot read the label from inside the jar. Done, I'm out. No. Picture a jar with a label on the outside. If you're standing inside that jar, you can see everything in the room. You can read every other label, but the one thing you physically cannot read is your own label. Now, you're not dumb, right? Because of where you're standing, the label faces out and you're in. That's you and your own brand. You can look at anybody else and instantly see what's special about them. Oh, you should totally lead with that. It's easy, right? But your own? Kind of invisible, because you're inside it. The most magnetic thing about you feels like nothing to you. It feels like just what I do, just my background, just a Tuesday. You've been staring at your own jar from the inside, wondering why you can't read it. I'm telling you, you never could. Very rarely can anybody do so. All right, so let me prove it with the most embarrassing example I have. Mine. For 25 years, my literal job was finding the one thing that makes other people unforgettable. And I think I was pretty good at it. I could watch a stranger for about 30 seconds and read their label instantly. Kind of the easiest thing in the world. Then I left the day-to-day of television and I tried to read my own label. I couldn't. For a long time. I described myself as two random things. I used to do television, now I do branding, and guess what? I landed on nobody. The guy who reads labels for a living couldn't read his own. It took getting pulled into the front row at a Grant Cardone event and a lot of outside reflection to finally see the thread that had been sitting in plain sight my entire life. I find the one thing that makes people unforgettable. TV was just where I first did it. If I couldn't see my own, after 25 years of doing exactly this, what makes you think you're going to crack yours alone at your kitchen table? It's not an insult, but it's the most freeing thing I can tell you. Stop blaming yourself for not solving an unsolvable from the inside problem. All right, so if you're building a personal brand, I don't think you want to hear this. This is the one thing you genuinely cannot do alone. You can write emails, you can post your own content, you can run your own business, but it's really difficult to extract your own only. It really does take someone outside the jar, someone who doesn't already know who you are, to look at you and go, wait, that's the thing. Your fingerprint, your thread, your repeatable line, your purpose, all of it sitting right there on your label. And you're the one person on earth positioned so you can't read it. This is why the smartest, most accomplished people often have the worst personal brands. Definitely not a competence problem, right? The smarter you are, the more you assume you should be able to figure it out yourself. And the longer you stay stuck inside the jar. Frustrated, certain you're missing something obvious. Well, you are. You're missing something obvious. Everyone is. Not themselves. Always. So what do? Well, you get an outside read. All right, so I'm going to give you 3 ways to get that outside read from free to deep. All right, so number 1, ask 3 people who know you, what's the one thing you'd say I'm the only person who does? Ask 3 people who know you, what's the one thing you'd say I'm the only person who does? Now, don't defend, don't explain, just write down their words. Other people read your label easily, so let them. Then watch their faces when you tell stories. The thing that makes someone lean in or go, wait, say that again, that's your label reflected back. You can't see it, but you can see them seeing it. And lastly, use a tool built to extract it. I got one. That's exactly why I built one. Because I kind of needed a way to do it for thousands of people, what I couldn't even do for myself. So go to findyouronly.app. It's findyouronly.app. It's free. There's 8 questions. It's going to take you about 8 minutes or so. I built it to be the outside eyes, to ask you the questions that get you out of your own jar, and to reflect back the one thing that makes you the only. It runs on my 25 years of doing this for a living. It's the closest thing to sitting across from me. And it's all free. And if you take it and you can feel it's close, but you want a human to actually carve the final sentence with you, that's the one thing I do, one-on-one. Got the Only Statement Audit. Go to findyouronly.app/audit. That's findyouronly.app/audit. 60 minutes, you and me. I read your label out loud, the one you've been squinting at from the inside for years. That's the only thing I'll ever ask you to pay for, and only because some of you are ready to stop struggling alone. Stop trying to read your own label from inside the jar. You can't. Nobody can. Let's get you outside it. Don't be the best. Be the only. Be the $2 bill.